This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Jack Threads. Coming up on Destructoid, more stealthy details on Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. Valve finally unveils its big picture and sexy booby ladies, because video games. All that and more right now on Destructoid.
Welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max Scoville. How's your mother?
Happy Monday. Oh, my mother?
How's your mom?
Oh, she's terrific. Thank you for asking.
We all loved her.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah. Thank you guys for being nice to her. I didn't read one negative comment, and now I've said that, I'm sure there will be plenty.
That's good, because the negative comments are never worth reading.
No, they really aren't. Or replying to, Max.
People are always like, why doesn't Tara respond to the comments? And I'm like, because she has common sense.
Also because I'm dead inside.
Yeah,
so
there we
nothing
go.
can hurt my feelings.
Well, that's a weird way to start the show. Let's get into the news.
Let's do that.
So hands down, the most exciting game I saw at PAX Prime this year was Metal Gear Ground Zeroes, which sees the quarter-century-old series taking its first foray into open-world gameplay. The cutscene and gameplay that was released gives us, lots to drool over. It's all very pretty, very beautiful. But if that wasn't enough, Kojima has announced a couple details about the game. The good news, Ground Zeroes is going to have day and night cycles. That's right. Those aren't types of bikes or anything. It's going to change from day to night, like in real life. This apparently is going to affect enemy patterns, which makes sense, obviously. You think that, sneaking in under the cover of night, it's like an obviously more stealthy approach, but it's so obvious. What if you were to sneak in right after lunch, when all the guards are just taking naps or checking Reddit on their phones, Just wait for that 2:30 feeling to sneak in. They're all just going to be like, is that a guy? I don't know. I just had a big sandwich. I don't want to do anything. So on top of that, we've seen how realistically the Fox engine can handle rain effects, so it's not too outlandish that to accompany the day and night cycles, we might also have dynamic weather, but there is still no word on that. But I do like the rain, that looks nice. As for the bad news, Ground Zeroes will have loading screens. I know. One of the highlights of the demo shown at the PAX Metal Gear panel was the seamless transition between cutscenes and gameplay, but Kojima has confirmed that we are going to see loading screens. So, sorry guys, I don't mean to let you down, but obviously the game is ruined because of the loading screens.
0 out of 10.
You look at a game like that and, it could be okay with some loading screens, It looks pretty good. And he's usually pretty good about stuff like that. Of course, we still have no idea when Ground Zeroes is going to get released or what generation of consoles it's going to debut on, but let's not forget that Metal Gear Rising: Vengeance is still slated for a February release, right after Valentine's Day. If you're excited about that, Kojima teased the demo that's going to be at the Tokyo Game Show by tweeting out this picture of Raiden wearing a thing on his face.
I love things.
Yeah.
How did they know that I loved things?
Oh my god, what is that? It's just like a thing on his face, I guess.
Oh, wow.
I like
Mystery.
how Raiden's basically cosplaying as Jehudi from Zone of the Enders there. He just looks like a robot now. So.
Yep, generic robot.
Yep, good old stuff because of things. Let's talk about some more things, shall we?
Let's do that. Moving on, I know this might come as a shock to you guys, but there was a little bit of drama on the internet this morning, a little bit. As part of their Project Honor campaign, EA and Danger Close Games have announced that they'll be partnering up with Sony Pictures Entertainment to create a tie-in between Medal of Honor Warfighter and the upcoming Hunt for Osama Bin Laden movie, Zero Dark 30. Don't worry, I hadn't heard of it either. The Zero Dark 30 DLC is going to contain 2 new multiplayer maps for the game, specifically Dara Gun Market and Chitral, both areas of Pakistan kind of near where Bin Laden was hiding before he was eventually found and killed. So anyone who pre-ordered the game already or plans on buying the limited edition when it comes out, because if you actually pre-order it, your order gets bumped up to a limited edition. That'll come out on October 23rd, and then you'll get free access to the Zero Dark 30 map pack, which releases on December 17th, just a couple days before the movie actually comes out in theaters. And then for everyone else who didn't pre-order or buy, the pack is going to cost $9.99, and EA says that they will donate $1 for every copy of the map pack they sell, up to $1 million. So the reason people are kind of upset is because even if you discount the oh-so-charitable $1 contribution, $9 is still quite a bit of money to pay for a DLC pack that only contains 2 new maps. And I'm no logician or anything, but that kind of makes it seem like EA raised the price so that consumers could foot the bill, while they seem like the charitable ones. I don't really know if that's true or not. Either way, people will still buy the map pack, and the military veterans will still benefit from it, so I guess we can't complain too much.
Hold on just a second. Are you telling me that they have made maps based on this upcoming film, and they're releasing the map pack shortly before the film is released in theaters?
Yes. That is what I am saying.
Almost as though they're trying to promote the film.
Yes. I don't think they're secretive about that.
I don't know what they're doing.
The film also, like, portions of the film's proceeds also go to this fund, I think.
Okay.
So
I have grown weary of this conversation. Who here likes half-naked women hitting each other? Hello?
I guess I do.
Thank you, Tara. Well, I know you're all out there. I know you're watching and you want to see the half-naked women hit each other, and I know you're excited about Dead or Alive 5, and you know that's being released at the end of this month, and here's a leaked bit of the game for it, I guess. So it starts with Tina Armstrong, who's a mainstay from the DOA series, and she's walking to this diner looking like she's in a rap metal band, basically. Look at that hat. What did she get that from a guy in Sum 41? I don't know. And then she sees the girl at the counter, who is Mila, who's an MMA fighter, who's got like a nice kind of like a Nelly Band-Aid on her face there. That's cool, I guess. And she's like, oh, hey, you're Tina Armstrong. Your dad's a famous wrestler. And Tina's like, yeah, what happened to your face? Did you get punched in it or something? And then they're basically like, let's have a sparring match. Because it's DOA. It's Dead or Alive 5. They just decide, they're like, let's have a sparring match. And then, you know, all of a sudden, it's like, was her shift over? Did they wait for her to finish serving, like, hot dogs and pancakes or whatever?
She should dramatically throw the tray down and then quit her job.
Yeah.
And then run out of the store.
I mean, it's sort of like a weird, like, I mean, I've worked, you know, food service jobs, and if I was like, hey, I'm gonna take a 10, I gotta fight this girl, her dad's a famous wrestler. Like if Brooke Hogan came in while I was working at a barista,
well, I've
and
got
I was
a
like,
crazy rock fight in 10 minutes.
Connor, man, I'm gonna take my 10 early, is that cool? Okay, cool, yeah, no, I'm just gonna duck out, and we're gonna fight at a local wrestling gym. So, Dead or Alive 5, anyway, I honestly really wanna review the game, but only the story. Because that's the best part of fighting games is the story.
The gripping emotional story of Dead or Alive 5.
I will bear the esports community's death threats just to talk about the story and maybe the jiggle physics.
You are a hero among men.
Yes, I'm a journalist. But DOA 5 hits 360 and PS3 in North America on September 25th and the 28th in Europe. So.
Oh, lovely. Well, speaking of incompetent boobs, a couple weeks ago Bethesda publicly admitted that they were having some trouble getting Skyrim's Dawnguard expansion to work on PS3, presumably because it runs on black magic and dolphin tears, both of which are currently endangered. It's very sad. In fact, they've said they may never be able to get it working, which is why some of Sony's developers have now stepped in to help out. Sony's head PR czar Adam Boyes told Kotaku that they've got a big, broad dev support team that works closely with Bethesda and all of their partners to solve any issues that they have along the way. He also added that while they can't promise any kind of resolution or timeline, they can confirm that everyone involved is trying their best to get this stuff working. Heard that one before, Sony, huh? As long as there's no sensitive information involved in this, I guess we're okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks, though, for people who bought Skyrim and wanted all the DLC, and they may never get it.
Yeah, that's weird, because, I mean, a game can come out. Is that a thing that we're ever going to see, is just DLC that's an exclusive for one platform?
Probably, eventually.
I mean,
that's
the
the way it's going.
I feel bad, because I have friends who play Skyrim on PS3, and they're like, so how's that house? And I'm like, it's awesome. It's full of orphans that I adopted.
I remember back when Skyrim came out, people were always asking me, should I get it on Xbox or PS3? And I was like, they're both, you know,
they're
similar.
Great games for the same
and
price.
I'm sorry. I retroactively apologize to the people I told that. Anyway, why don't we thank our sponsor, and then we've got more news to talk about. Huh? Only suckers pay full price, guys, and that's why Jack Threads exists. It's an invite-only shopping club just for strapping young tadpoles like yourselves. So if you're into alternative apparel brands like Kid Robot, Hurley, and Stussy, then listen up. You can score those and all the street, skate, and surfwear brands you can shake a stick at for up to 80% off what you'd pay in a store. Typically, there is a wait list to join, but you watch our show, so you're already one step ahead of the curve. Just head over to jackthreads.com/destruct, and you'll get instant access to all the killer hookups without having to leave the couch or toilet if you prefer browsing on your phone. You can do that too.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, they have some great jackets on there. Lovely pea coats. Dressed like a sailor, kids. So a week or so ago, everyone crapped in their pants because Valve posted a job listing for an industrial designer, which obviously means that they're making a Steam-based console. I mean, that's what the internet said, so it must be true.
Sure.
Now, that's probably not quite a thing that's happening just yet. However, Valve's previously announced Big Picture mode is looking to move things in the direction of the living room quite a bit. This is, of course, the mode that aims to make Steam games more playable on TVs, and today we've got a trailer that shows off some of the details. For starters, Big Picture mode basically reskins Steam so that it's easier to see on a TV. Instead of its little writing things, it's larger, big things that you can read. It simplifies the menus but keeps the basic section like library, community, and store. In addition to that, it adds a rather nifty keyboard system, which uses sort of a more intuitive on-screen keyboard than we've seen from actual console manufacturers, which is impressive.
Yeah, you can also use regular controllers with it too, because I'm not the type of person who really likes playing games with a keyboard and mouse, but you can use almost any game controller, I think. I know you can definitely use an Xbox controller. And yeah, the way it works is you basically hook your computer or laptop up to your television with either an HDMI cable. If you don't have an HDMI port, you can also use VGA or DVI. And Steam will automatically reformat it for your TV, so the interface is a lot more user-friendly. The resolution is way better. You can browse the internet if you want, even with a controller, and there's, obviously a wide range of control schemes you can use. So if you are one of those people who prefers using a controller, then this is basically the next best thing to an actual Steam box.
I want to build a gaming PC that is a coffee table.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be the coolest thing.
Awesome.
You wouldn't have to worry about space. It's just right there, and then,
As long as you have a halfway decent computer. I think I read something about having integrated graphics cards. It may not work well if you have one of those, but for everybody else, if your computer runs Steam, then you'll pretty much be able to run it.
That's pretty cool. Because I like to play games on the couch. I like to use a controller for them. I'm okay with mouse and keyboard, but it's just, so much of PC gaming requires you to really have like a stable place to do it. Laptop gaming only goes so far, and frankly, MacBook Pros are better for cooking stuff on than they are for gaming on.
They are. So the beta for that starts today, actually. Just for PC users right now. I think the Mac beta will start a little bit later, so I might have to wait a little while for that. But yeah, Steam Big Picture Mode. What do you guys think of this?
Exciting.
Are you excited?
I like it.
Anyone?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
I'll reply to them, but she won't.
No,
because she has no
definitely
soul.
not, because I'm dead inside. On that note, that is all the time we have for today's show. We will be back here on Wednesday, but in the meantime, you should go follow us on Twitter, because my mom told you so. She said so. Okay? I'm Tara Longest. Max is Max Scoville on there, and together we are the D-Toid Show. Our followership is getting up there. Yep. Good night, gentle lovers. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye.